Hey, this is Matt Brown, and this is my highlight video over my ePortfolio. First thing we're going to look at here in my candidate info contents. First thing we have in there is our artifact folder, which in here shows everything I used for this presentation. I went ahead and made some folders and organized it a little bit better, so put all my candidate info in one place. I have my district, elementary, and secondary artifacts and each in their own individual little folder, just to kind of keep it a little bit organized for it. Down here we have all of my slideshows, verification forms, and component trackers. So in our goals section, we just kind of had, at the very beginning of the program, I got to kind of think about what my goals are long term between now and beyond 10 years personally and professionally. So I got to create a video over that in a slideshow. I really enjoyed doing the leadership philosophy section because it kind of gave me a better idea of who I am as a leader. And so through this, we were able to figure out what our strengths were as leaders. So I found that trust, consultation, humility, and insight were the stronger areas of my leadership characteristics, I guess is the word. And that really helped me kind of lead into next year about what I need to bring to the table and what I need to continue to focus on. The next section is the plan of study. And on the plan of study, we just went through and filled in when we took the specific courses here for the non-degree endorsement program. And the program completion timeline is where we kind of mapped out our plans for what's going to happen in the near future, and it's interesting to see how some of those times have changed. Like, for example, when I started this program, I was going to be a degree seeking student, and then an opportunity arose for me to take over as principal next year at my district, and so I had to speed this process up. So about last semester, I made the decision to go ahead and switch to the endorsement program. So it's just kind of interesting to see how things kind of line out like that. And the last thing on candidate info was our resume that we created, where we just got to kind of highlight our skills, experiences, and strengths that we brought to our district. Okay, and the big part of this, the activities. The annotated bibliography, pretty intense assignment. So on this one, I highlighted 33 articles, 3 articles per question. And for example, why should a school leader be concerned about his vision statement? Went through and we found 3 articles that supported that question, that kind of geared towards what we're looking for as administration and what we need to be kind of shooting for. And so we gave a summary over them. We assessed why did we pick that article, why was it good, why was it not good. And then the third section of each article, we had to type a reflection where, what did we gain from this? How can we use this article moving forward? And very carefully had to reference each article in APA 7 style format, which is always probably the trickiest part of any of these assignments, is making sure you have that down. The next thing that we have on here is our activity log form and spreadsheet. In this spreadsheet, up here at the top where I have my cursor, that is where we plugged in each activity that we did for each district or elementary or secondary activity that we did. We came in here and we selected the activity, named the activity, how long do we spend on the activity, and then we picked which standard we would that activity fell under. And then the end product looks a little bit like this, and I went ahead and color coded it. I saw some of the other administrative candidates doing this as well. And so I have my district activities highlighted in kind of that pinkish color. I have my elementary highlighted here in green, and then my secondary here in blue. And we were to get at least 150 hours worth of administration time logged in through this, and 22 activities, at least 1 per component on the standards. And this activity component tracker was just a way to kind of keep things organized for us. Essentially a checklist for us, so we can actually physically see what what components we have covered and which ones we have not. So within this activity tracker we go through here. Okay, well, I modeled professional norms. Okay, I did that for my elementary activities, so I checked that box. And we did that for all of the 7 components, all 22 components and 7 standards. Where district, we had to have 5 total. Elementary, I did 7 because I'm geared to take over as high school principal next year, so I only did 7 elementary activities, which were one per standard, and then we're to do 10 for secondary. Since I'm going to be secondary, I had to do more for that one than I did elementary, and you had to do 1 for each standard plus 3 extra in any other category that you chose that you hadn't covered yet. Okay, after that we come to the actual activities, which is the district level activity slideshow, where we go through and we picked a standard, we did an activity over it, and we through the narrative we had to explain why we chose that activity, why it's important, how that's going to benefit us in the future, and how long we spent on it. So through here, the district level activities, mission statements, KESA district leadership team, KCTC data, school policies and laws, and KEEP evaluations, which was the one that given to us by Dr. Moody. Elementary level slideshow. Again, this was 7 elementary artifacts and activities. So here, the FastBridge data, again, the narrative, what was the name of our activity, what standard was it, what was the narrative, why did we choose it, what did we do, and how long did we spend on it. And same thing for this. And this is one of the first ones I included a YouTube video that I created for it over digital citizenship training. And we have building relationships and school culture, Google Classroom training, which that was actually unique because prior to this program, I was instructional technology. I finished my degree in that, and using strictly Google as our platform for Hays State University really translated well into the COVID years and the aftermath of COVID and how everything started to turn a little more digital. So this came in. This training, and I got to log a lot of hours training not only new teachers but veteran teachers how to use this, because that's kind of what it geared towards. Community and external leadership, just school and community needs, how our elementary and even up to middle school interacts with the community. This one, just evaluating the resource needs of the elementary and how to build staff capacity. Okay, the secondary, I had a few more. I ended up doubling up a few due to some confusion here throughout the semester, but I didn't want to get rid of any activities that I had already completed. But mission statement with the principal and superintendent, decision-making process, the slideshow that I got to make for that one. This one was actually interesting to me because I got to attend athletic events as acting administrator, which means I got to deal with rowdy parents. First one that I did, I was told that parents were about to get kicked out, and I had to go and handle that, which was interesting, that being my first time being acting administrator at a basketball game. People first language, I picked this activity up during my special education course, I think EDL 852. And so I mentally retarded and using just people first language. I was actually a big part in our school coming to one-to-one Chromebooks after administration approached me, and I thought this was going to be a perfect opportunity to get some admin experience and some hours logged in for that. I was also part of the handbook committee, which we went through and revised a lot of things on our school policies. I got to participate quite a bit on that, and now that I've moved up and I'm beginning to move up into the high school role, I'm even getting more activities like that. Evaluating the curriculum in the junior high and the elementary. This is a document we're trying through our KESA accreditation, where I got to be in the process of aligning, working with teachers to align our ELA curriculum. State assessment and ACT scores through data analysis and assessment. I got to put that knowledge to use right away for this beginning of the year. Two-way communication. I use an app called GroupMe with all my parents, and I get to work with new parents every single year, getting them trained on how to use it, kind of relaying information back and forth, and they can ask me questions, and I can get right back to them as well. We use it a lot during sports practice too, or athletic events, when the bus leaves, when it's coming back, what time we leave for games, so on and so forth, or any other reminders they need. I'm the chairman of Site Council. So I've gotten a lot of great experience working with people in the community and inside the school together. My current administrator and I this semester are working on a school app, which is kind of the norm right now. We're just kind of trying to get caught up with everyone, but that app is almost up and running. Okay, this one over parent rights and regulations. I got to also be in part of a hiring process. I got to evaluate applicant materials, and building professional capacity, just building a collaborative culture. And I got to highlight with the staff the steps and how to do that. And that's it for my slideshows down here. The district level activities. I'm sorry, I meant to say the administrative verification document, where my superintendent, who's also my principal, so I got to only do one of these, went through and check marked the boxes, the things I did complete throughout the year, and left comments for me, signed at the bottom. And here, the ePortfolio program reflection. I got to talk about during this any questions or concerns I had coming into the program. You know, what it was going to take, what I kind of expected it to be like, and then I got to talk about how my experience actually was. And yeah, coming into any graduate program, I feel like there's a decent amount of nerves involved, but I found that to be true. Even though here at the end, it can be overwhelming and nerve-wracking. But then I got to explain some of my questions I had with the program, especially dealing with like the role of day-to-day operations as a principal, because it depends on what district you're in, and it's that can be extremely overwhelming, and just finding that work and life balance. And all the way down through the synthesis stage, like what am I going to take from this program moving forward? And then down here in the program reflection, I got to kind of review and reflect on the activities we did, and the reflection that I had for each class, what I got from each class, and how that will benefit me moving forward. And the last thing is what I'm doing with you right now. I do not have that uploaded yet, but my highlight video is what I will upload here last. I got a lot of useful information from this program, and I really look forward to the next step. Thank you.